And then eventually, what was it like getting that nod to come have a job in the CFL? I mean, that's another level of things, and to get that experience, what was that like?
Well, I'll tell you, my life, again, to have that opportunity to coach and work at the highest level in our sport, in our game, the CFL, the oldest game, the Canadian football game is the oldest in North America. I had a life-changing Thursday morning. It all happened on a Thursday morning. I think you could write a book about it. I woke up and there's a little background. It got to the point where I used to have to leave my cell phone in a different part of the house because my great friend Chris Jones would call at the god awful early mornings, and Patty would not be happy. So I got up one morning, a Thursday morning, back in 2015, to check my phone, and there were two text messages. First one was from Coach Jones, call me, to the effect, call me, pack your bags, you're coming to Regina. I said, what? And then the second was from a good friend and former colleague, Gord Beatty, as the other one. And text was, asked me, are you considering applying for the SMU job? Because that's when St. Mary's was in the position looking for a new head coach. And they had a lengthy interview process. So those were my two texts.
Wow.
And it's kind of ironic that the text from Gord, he was just inquiring because my oldest daughter, Megan, and both my daughters have been huge football fans and supporters, Megan and Emily. But Megan had been really giving me the gears about getting back into coaching, and actually had mentioned a week or two before, but why don't you apply for it? And that time it just didn't register with me. So anyway, that was quite a Thursday morning, but I end up calling Jonesy first, and that's when he said, "Hey, I want you, in Regina, football ops, coaching role to be determined." It's something we always talked about, and he is a man of his word. Something he always used to, as we walk at 4 a.m, we used to walk every day at 4 a.m. to about 5 a.m. He would go in at about 2 or 3, watch an hour film, then we'd do our walk, and then we'd go back to watch and film until the other coaches arrived at 6 a.m. or 5:30. And so during our walks, our many walks, and by the way, I hated walking, but it was
head coach requires it. You got to.
It did pay off for sure. But
Yeah.
And again, so again, I was obviously had to run it by my Patty, and she said, "Well, this is what you've wanted," and in my new role, I arrived in Regina on January the 3rd of 2016 to get ready to prepare and organize my first free agent camps in the U.S. And the big one was the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. And that was an incredible, eye opener even for me. Hey, I was like a kid in a candy shop to be there with all the top NFL GMs and head coaches and coordinators, and not to mention all the CFL coaches and GMs, and to see the best of the best in Canada and the and U.S. NCAA players there. So it was amazing, and to do that for 2 years it was incredible. Very grateful.